Hello beautiful artists, welcome back to GQ Design Studio. My name is Gabe and today I'm going to be showing you how to make your very own homemade hat pins. Now all of these materials you can buy off of Amazon.com and I have them linked down below. Right, Megatron? Oh yeah! First, we're going to need some ideas for what to put on these pins. So I searched within my inner beings, then a lightning bolt struck my soul and so let's say that you're an artist and you have tons and tons and tons of work lined up. Well, you can repurpose some of your paintings and turn them into pins like this Joker that I have right here. Now we have a couple designs we can try out. Let's open up Photoshop and open up a US letter size 8.5 by 11 artboard. We'll call it Goblins. Make sure that this mother goblin is on CMYK. CMYK, for those who don't know, it stands for cyan, yellow, magenta, and black. We can drag our artwork into Goblin, and keep in mind that these are going to shrink by 50% when we bake them. So if you want your pin to be 2 inches, make it 4 inches here on Photoshop. Now that we have all the files lined up where you want them to go, we're gonna drop the opacity down to 52 or 53%. We do this because after you bake it, the colors get dramatically darker, like way too dark. I experimented with brightness, contrast, and levels and all that, and it was kind of a mess. By far, dropping the opacity down to 52% gives you the best results. I'm printing these out on a special plastic paper known as shrink film. It's time to print. Printing shaya, hayamana haya, printing shamana haya, printing. All right, it's time to cut them out. So grab some scissors and we're gonna cut around these edges. You want to leave about 1/8 of an inch of white space around your artwork, or else your scissors will make the print chip off. You see how fast I'm cutting these? I'm like Edward Scissorhands meets Speedy Gonzalez. This is the step that separates the koalas from the iguanas. We're gonna preheat the oven between 300 and 320 degrees, and you don't want to have it too hot because then the plastic melts too fast and it'll shrink like this, and then it'll go like this and it becomes a ball of plastic. We don't want no balls of plastic. Let's slide in a cooking sheet here, and on top of this cooking sheet, let's layer on some pieces of cardboard, and we can place the cutouts on top of the cardboard. We don't want the cutouts to be directly on top of the metal. And once the oven is preheated, in they go. Now you only need to keep them in there for 3 minutes or so. I sped up the process so we don't have to be there for so long, but look at them go! Once they've shrunk into about half the size, we can go ahead and take them out. And oh yeah, look at these bad boys. Now they've cooled off a little bit, we'll go ahead and put them back on a table. You want to put them somewhere where they can stay for at least 24 hours because we're going to be using this. It's called Mod Podge Dimensional Magic. And now the technique is we're going to go all the way around the edges of the artwork, getting as close to the edge as we can, and then we can just build it going in towards the center. We'll follow the same technique with Zapdos here. And then one more time with the Joker. We're going to go around and then just build it up towards the center. We'll let that cool off for 24 hours and here we are. 24 hours later, it's got this really nice coat, and you can see how glossy and shiny they are, and it protects it. You can turn it towards the light and you can see how glossy it is. Lastly, let's attach the pins. So let's flip over your artwork, and then using a little dab of Loctite. Loctite is a perfect super glue to use for this because you can squeeze how much you need and you just need a tiny little point, and attach it firmly to the back of the pin. For your larger pieces, it's good to use 2 pins so it doesn't spin around. And there we have it. Those are all the steps that you need to know in order to make your very own homemade hat pins. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions whatsoever, then just drop them down in the comments below. If you guys like what I'm doing here and you want to see more videos like this, then consider subscribing. And if you want to support me, you can head on over to my Patreon page. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and until next time, stay creative and Happy New Year. Would you look at that? Look at it. I mean, just look at it. Do you see it?